Hello, everyone. Here we are with Grandmaster Andrian Michalcishin, and we will broadcasting live the simultaneous exhibition of GM David Navara. Hello, Mr. Michalcishin. How are you? Do you feel excited?
Hello, Mariana. It's my pleasure to commend the simultan of such great personality as David Navara. So I know him very well. He is extremely intellectual grandmaster. He is a polyglot. He knows so many languages. He can speak with me Ukrainian, with other Russian, with some other German, Spanish, any language he can speak. So it's a fantastic personality and great player. So everybody will enjoy the simu, and we will enjoy either from the side of commentators.
Okay, I will not commentating on the games, but I know that you are a polyglot yourself as well, not only
Yes, it's
David.
true. It's true. But I can't speak Czech. I cannot speak Czech. I can read just, but David speaks Ukrainian. So what can I do?
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. But I don't know if all of the languages are similar for both of you. I mean,
not similar. There is big difference, some difference, serious difference. But if you spend few days, 1 week, so for example, Ukrainian, Polish, Belarusian, Czech, Slovak, you can, or Slovenian, you can some. First of all, you understand 30%. Then you will add your knowledge, words, and you can speak. Not you can understand first of all.
Yeah.
Then you need some practice.
Yeah, it's not like Greek that with Greek.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why English say what's American proverb. It's all Greek for me.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. If they can say Arabic, so why is it said Greek?
Okay, so I understand Greek. I don't know so many languages as you do, but I think I know the basic ones. And I really delighted because the first time I met you was like 15 years ago, I think.
Ooh.
Really? Yeah. You were the lecturer for the training, for the trainings, let's say, licensing of FIDE. In Greece, in Athens. I don't know if you remember that.
It was beautiful, beautiful seminar. I remember so well because I was first time really in Athena, and I saw this all beautiful stuff, Acropolis, and all beauty of Athens. So it was marvelous for me.
Thank you so much. So I'm so glad that I presented you, and I think that it is like 5 or 10 minutes that they started. We can go immediately and show the games, and yes. I will remotely actually give you. Wait a second.
Yeah.
A share of my screen. Let me switch that off, and here. I also give you remote control.
Yeah, and we have and
you can see all the games. You can
all the games. Okay, all the games.
If you click twice in a game, you can open it.
You just second. For example, I open first game. Yeah, I'm pressing this game.
Good.
So David playing all the games with white. Yeah.
No, he chose a random. He's choosing random. Yeah, he plays.
Here he's black. For example.
Here he's black. Exactly.
Yeah. Here he plays with black. Okay, it's interesting because white player. Yes. Okay, David is always aggressive. He tries to with long castle to use his, let's say, pawns in the center, like then c5, bishop f6. Okay, David is always trying to invent something. He's very inventive player, one of the most inventive player in the among top players. There were some, for example, somehow like Shiro, Morozevich, they were players of this kind. And David is extremely inventive. But sometimes, in such situations, calm situation, you need really to be inventive, but first complete development and then try to create some real counter chances. So this position will be long game. Is here I see. Okay, if top grandmasters would play this position, I would expect that it would be in 5 moves it would be draw.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes,
So
but
maybe the opponent hears us and will, you know, take your advice seriously.
Bishop e3, I don't like such moves because, you know, it's not improvement of the bishop, because black, okay, it's not big deal. Black can play b6. I can move pieces, yes or not?
Yes, yes, you can. You can. Give me a second.
Moving?
I will try it. Yes. Wait a second. I will give you a chess analyst board. Give me the mouse for 1 minute.
Yeah,
1
okay.
minute. Thank you very much. Here is the analysis board. After bishop e3, you can move as you like. The mouse is yours.
Not yet. Ah, yes, it's mine. Yes. It still doesn't work. Ah, yes, it works now. Yeah,
it works.
Yes, I think white wants to exchange pieces. You know, it's always like that, to exchange some pieces once more. Rook here. No, sorry, bishop here, and rook takes. Bishop f4, bishop d6, and rook d6. Yes, but this endgame, you know, black has a plan. With a good technique is a draw, but black has plan. Rook d8, c5, d4 to open position with better pieces. So it will be long game, but white sometimes here, I mean, white plays a bit it's a shy way.
Yes, I think a little bit defensive, like he's not sure.
Yes, defensive. Go forward, always go forward, because bishop on f4 is very well placed. So enjoy it, and make problems for black. Then okay, in my opinion, best plan would be something like, okay, but black's threats maybe even g5. No, g5, h5, not big deal. But it's possibility, g5, h5, then h4. Black can attack on the king side either. So it's, you know, white tried to, let's say, to play very simple, but against David, it's not working.
Okay.
Okay,
I will give you an advice. If you have your right click on the mouse, give me the mouse, please. You can actually do. Give me a second. No. Leave your mouse, please. So you can actually do arrows like that with your right click. And
it is right click.
Yeah, you can also change colors, just like in the chess base.
Yeah. So
yeah, good.
Like, yeah. With mouse, it's a bit different system, because in chess base you have to move out and then you can move.
Yeah.
Okay. How now I go to other game?
Give me again the mouse, please, and I will get you back.
Use it freely.
You know, this is, you know, a cooperation. So
yes,
you are the mind. You are the mind, and I am the hand.
What is this? David sacrificed the pawn. Is it true?
Let me check. Here are all the games, so we can choose.
Yes, Ali, he played rook e8 and then bishop takes a7.
Yes.
Is it a joke?
I don't know.
Because c5 trying to catch bishop never works. If he tries to play c5, bishop b6 simply. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, he wants bishop f5, but now bishop d3.
Yeah, d3.
How is possible? Okay, maybe it was some mouse slip, but he gave up a pawn. Pawn is a pawn, you know.
I know. All good trainers say that a pawn is always enough.
Yeah, it's enough. And then the main rule is count the pawns first. Okay, they mean that they're equal pieces, of course, because you know, if there is one piece less, it's a bit different story. But okay, but first of all, when we evaluate position, all these systems of great trainers like Josip Dorfman, they say when you evaluate position, first count the pawns, count material, count your pawns.
And also try to go to a better end game.
Yes, if it's possible.
Yes. So here we have the end of the middle game.
Yes,
approximately. So a pawn up is actually.
But David plays black.
Yes, that's why I am talking about the.
Some mouse sleep and he overlooked the pawn. I think this, but it happens, you know, with the symbol it happens. So it can happen. Let's go to the next games.
Okay, let me go back, and you can choose our next game. Here we are.
So let's see. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting because it is a bit crazy. I think David plays once more with black, and as I understand, we go down. Yes, we go down. David played some gambit. He likes gambit. It is David Gambit, famous. David played few games with gambit. You know, with his gambit. It is English defense. Some reti variation of reti before. G5, you know.
Yeah.
Bishop G7, Knight G5. Yes, it's gambit, but it's modern gambit. You know, there are gambits, old gambits like King's Gambit, Marshall Gambits, or Evans Gambit.
Yeah.
They're very famous.
Yeah.
But this is new one. This is new one. Few games played, and I have seen. I was making article. I can say it's not a secret. I was making some article for, I think, for Chess Base, even preparing something. And it was gambit. It was a bit strange for me because sacrificing G pawn. But in modern times, you know, there is, let's say, a lot of options to sacrifice pawns. And this strategy of sacrificing pawn after games of Alekhine and Kasparov and Romanishin is very popular strategy.
Yeah, so, but it's also very, let's say, risky.
Risky, yes, but you know,
for both sides.
Russian proverb: if you risk, then you don't drink champagne. No, champagne. Champagne is yes, always winners in Formula One, as in motorcycle, let's say, competitions. They always after the winning, they open champagne and they are, let's say, spraying it around. so he takes a5. You know, he takes space. You know, pawn is not so important. Important is development and space. So knight g3 was played.
Oh, sorry.
Knight g3, and here we play knight f6. I think he's thinking now probably knight f6. Yes, correct. Because knight h5 was the threat. You know, some moves automatic. You know, because you must play in chess. There are some moves we think we have to think before every move. Yes, we have to check different tactics of our opponent, but our reaction to the threat was positional threat like knight h5 has to be practically not automatic, but we play it. We consider it that we must do it. Yeah. Something like this. So now white on move. Yeah.
Knight f6. Yeah, black moved knight f6.
Yes. I think e3 white can play, and okay, it will be big fight. Or d3.
Yeah.
You know, it's necessary to
give me a chance to give you the analysis word here, and so we can also afterwards check what they played. Here is the analysis word, and you can go back and forth.
Yes, I can go back. Oh, it was knight g3 played. Yes, knight g3. Yes, and here I would prefer e3, of course. I would prefer immediately not just to attack d4. You see, chess used Bronstein. Great Bronstein used to say that chess is a game of double attack. What means of double attack? If move has two ideas, two threats, then it's very strong move. So here is threat is to exchange in the center, and second threat is to play knight h5. You know.
Yeah.
Is to play knight h5 because knight h5 is very important to exchange this bishop g7. Bishop g7 can be later our main enemy, and knight h5 is real threat to do it. So I would like it very much. Of course, black would play for probably castle. White would take on d4. Okay, it's a bit it's business is not so easy. Yes, it can be risky. Yes, if d3. Then possible queen e7. You see, chess is a game of double attack. You see, attacking e1 and attacking At attacking before.
Before.
Yes. Game of double attack. So you see, okay. Okay, you see now the sacrifice is for something. So d3 maybe is better. Okay, so let's go to the next board.
Good. Give me
See some difference.
Yes.
Interesting to enjoy David's play, because you will see David will produce something for sure.
Yes, he's a very creative player, to be
yes,
sure.
and he will produce something which is very not unusual, but very sharp. Here, you see here. Okay, let's see this game, for example.
Okay, let me give you
yes.
immediately the board for analysis.
Yes.
So that here you are.
See, I told you it's very modern strategy to play with G pawn. You see, here is G4 played. Just a second. Let's go to the start, to the opening. So Sicilian, close variation.
Yeah.
But it's closed. It's always tricky because white wants to play d4 later. It is in good way. Black bishop e7, now castle, of course castle, and now of course he will play d3, not d4. Okay, you know, it has different strategy, but generally d4 it would be transposition into classical. Sorry, d4 would be here. d4 castle, yes. Castle d4 would be transposition into main lines of what? Because a6 is dangerous, maybe d6. It would be transposed. It is. Is it classical? No. Knight c6, e5 is knight d5. Is not big deal. But it's positioned from classical, one of the lines of Scheveningen system. Okay, very much playable for both. So let's come to David's d3. 5, of course, correct. If opponent doesn't take center, take center. You see here, just okay, here, knight. D4 is funny because generally recommendation is in such position to play knight d4, forcing d4, and then knight d5. And usually he takes later, he wants to take bishop on e7 to keep bishop here, but here probably then bishop e6, black has great position. So no problems. So David decides, you know, to lose a tempo, but to try to force opponent to come into position with isolated pawn, which some players they don't like to play. Knight takes, bishop g4, bishop c5, bishop e3, e8, bishop f2. Okay, winning tempo. Take, queen b6, take, everything is forced. The black has good position, solid position, and black take bishop f5. I'm not sure. Black take bishop f5, maybe d4, and here it is mistake. For sure, mistake. I would prefer this. But just a second, maybe I am not right. Maybe g5. You see what is the idea of this flank attacks? In older times, idea of this flank attack was to open opponent's king's position, you know. But here, in these cases, it's necessary to drive in modern chess. This pawn G attacks have as the idea to drive opponent's pieces out of the center, you know. And for example, if he plays knight d7, because knight h5 can be dangerous. After f4, knight d7, f4, and there are double threats. f5 is terrible threat. You see, and knight d5 is a threat. So everything's threat. So you see, this flank strategy, in reality, it is attack on the center. because it drives back pieces, defending pieces from the center, opponent's pieces. Yes, you see, it's very funny that attack, flank attack, modern flank attack, mostly main idea is attack on the center. It's very, very important. It's modern strategy.
And it's very sneaky because you think like the white king is open and unprotected, but actually he's very well protected, and
yes, correct.
Black cannot so easily attack.
Yes, here maybe here it was better bishop e6, and white would play knight e2 and then block the pawn. If rook d8, white would block the pawn with knight d4, and then slowly queen d2, rook d1, and later g4 or f4. Yes, it is very comfortable. So David played in experienced grandmaster, knows a lot of technique. Not just he plays with big fantasy. He has great technique. So how to, for example, fight. Technique means using the set of measures which are, let's say, which were used by great players, and which are very, let's say, not just stable methods, but they are standard methods of fighting certain positions, certain center structures, certain king position, and so on. So it's technique, and to exchange some, in many cases, pieces.
It's like motives, if
Correct.
Yes. Correctly.
Yes, technique in chess is something which has to do in the finger, like the music. Yes, like the musicians, piano players, they are making such exercises.
Yes.
Warm up fingers, warm up, and then it works. Yes, it's the same technique. You have to do things automatically, but plan, of course, is here inside. So bishop f5, this f4. Now only move is knight bishop e4.
For example, for me, it's not a comfortable position for black pieces.
No, maybe if this move, trying to attack knight e2, knight e2, bishop c2.
No.
So what David will play after d4? Of course, he can play.
Yeah, what if he counterattacks with f5?
Yes, bishop pawn takes, I think take on b2 is not useless because pawn takes on f7. So h g6. White can play bc3, let us say, yes. And bishop is okay. Bishop is strong, but is the question if rook e7 is possible, or rook d8, protecting and then attacking c3, knight e4. I think black has very, very sufficient counterplay, but white bishop is strong. So white can have some king's problems. Kings can be opened later, but it's around equality, but dynamic equality. What means dynamic equality? Is that it's necessary to play very precisely. Yes. If you follow the precisely.
Somebody makes a mistake, it's like Russian bullet.
Yes, correct. And it will be, say dynamically equal position or dynamical draw. Oh, to make draw here, it's it's a long way. But with a normal play, I mean, don't mean that the only, as the young generation say nowadays, they say first line of the computer. Yes, you play on the first line of the computer, but in most of the positions, or first line or second line, one program says this is first line, another is another first line. So who knows? Approximately they are equal. It's just a matter of taste of the player. Yes, what to choose.
Yes, or of continuation, I guess.
Yes, correct. So it's even useless to try to say that it has to be, because it's necessary to find the best move, but it's really important. When it's not so important that any move is more or less okay, so it's necessary to concentrate on, let's say, to make faster, because time is very important in chess. If we are spending too much time, then then we cannot continue in the same tempo, on the same level. Yes, to find the move, what I mean, you need some time. Yes, good move.
Of course.
You cannot find it. Some moves you can find immediately, but for some moves you have to think 3-4 minutes, yes, 5 minutes, maybe sometimes when there are difficult situations, 10 minutes. But
yes, but
when
in
you
the move, this is
less time on every move, you will spare time till for the most important part. The most important part is around moves 25, 35. Then all events start to happen. Yes, and all mistakes are there. Okay, you can make mistake before, but it's life. So what was played? G4.
yeah, bishop f4.
It is a game, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe they also have an answer. Wait a second, because here they give me please the mouse. Here
Yeah.
they no, they actually played f4, d4, and Lady Agaeva responded knight
A4.
which I don't think is quite good.
Oof, it's a question, because if queen takes, if queen takes on c2.
Yes, then f5, I think.
F5, yes, it's the idea f5. It's not so naive. But of course, it's necessary to attack somehow both. But it's not possible to queen c4 if to play. You see?
Queen c4.
Yes,
Yeah.
then it will be simply b3. Yes, protecting a4 and attacking queen. So black cannot take bishop c2. Bishop c2 is a dream.
Yeah, I was trying maybe to put somehow a bishop on e4, because if you eliminate the white bishop,
it will be okay. So it's necessary to play probably queen b4.
Queen b4, and then because I don't
after b3,
and after b3, bishop e5.
Yes, first of all, to exchange bishop, which is in danger, and second, to exchange white bishop on g2, which is extremely strong. You see, this bishop is attacking b7. Bishop on the diagonal is always very strong. Yes, so maybe to attack it. Okay, queen a5 either is possible, and then to play bishop e4. So it's very much playable and sharp position. Let's go to the next games.
Yes, give me a second,
please. To enjoy, when we analyze this, it's not just that we enjoy these plays, that we enjoy chess. We try to study. I try to comment in the ways that I will explain something. Something important, which is in every position. Yeah.
Here I see that he already has a winning position on number 3 with Mustafa 2011. Somebody is a piece down.
White on move or black on move?
White is a piece up.
But how? Let's see for instructive how player overlooked bishop, not overlooked, lost. It's always instructive, It's very funny that in chess we don't.
Oh, David is piece down.
David.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's enjoy how David.
Let's see. Yeah.
No, but it was this position. Yes, but no. Sorry. It was a bit too fast. So bishop b4. Yes. It is theoretical position, but okay. Bishop d3, d5, d5, knight d5, knight c6, bc6, bishop d2, or bishop d4. Okay. Castle, and c5. Queen takes. No, pawn takes. Because queen takes would be more logical than trying to play bishop b7 and attack g2.
Yeah.
It would be logical to immediately to coordinate pieces. You know what? In chess, first of all, is very important development, then center, but third stage is plan, coordination of the pieces and pawns. And if you make this coordination like queen d5 and bishop b7 faster, it's always good. It's always, let's say, useful to have coordination as fast as possible. I would play this, telling honestly. Look, I would play queen d5.
I also, wait, I will put the analysis mode.
Yes.
Give me a second. Yeah, I also think the same, because when I see, let's say, positions like that, I always have in mind bishop at h7 sacrifices So
Yes.
I want to centralize my queen.
Correct, correct. Yes, just in case. Because, you know,
Just
pawn
in
C,
case, exactly.
he says that pawn C is weak, but it will go to C4 for sure. Next move, yes, it will go to C4. But okay, queen takes D5. Yes, threat queen D4, pawn D4. So it probably bishop E3. I don't see better. I don't see better stuff. Now bishop here. Queen G4 protecting. F3. F3 is possible some okay. Double attack, yes, on E3 and on B. No, then Queen C1 probably, and it's nothing. No, it's nothing. Then C3. You see, Black bishop on C4 is in trouble, so it's necessary to play C4. Bishop E2, and now Bishop C5 back. Now Queen D5 is losing because Bishop E3 is intermediate. Yes, probably is necessary to take, King H1 and Rook D8 with great position for Black. Yes, because Black starts to press on D5.
Yeah.
Black can play either to beat
very
out of C pawn. Yes, C3.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, both moves are possible, but generally safer is of course is to take with the queen. Yes, C3, take. Queen B6, it is attacking. G6, Queen D5, Bishop here.
What if we play Bishop B7?
Then it would come if Bishop D7. Just a second. It would come to B3. You know. No. Just a second. If Bishop B7.
Yes, Bishop B7.
Then Queen B3.
Just to have the plan that you mentioned before.
Or no. Even better, Queen C5. You know, white has extra pawn. And try to exchange. No, I don't like it because he has to attack. He overlooked probably double attack. Double attack. Generally speaking, he could play F5. You know, with two ideas. One idea is to protect H7, another idea is protect B5, and then to develop play G6, Bishop E6, pawn B4 is hanging. But still, these pawns in center can be later problem. You know, D5, D4, and D5. Yes, both. These guys are not so serious, we would say. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, around Rook C8, take, A3, Bishop C4. Yes. You know what is Black just now? White is extra pawn, and such positions. Okay, every player in chess, we have to know how to play this extra pawn, how to realize advantage, and on the other side, we have to know how to defend. If opponent has advantage, especially extra pawn, what we have to do, you know, what we have to do. There are rules, there are practical rules, what to do. It's very funny that these rules are not, let's say, very well explained in the books, you know. It's very strange because it's one of the most important ability of the player is not to lose slightly worse position with the pawn down. It's very, very important ability. Just to try to create maximum fight. Yes, otherwise what? You lost the pawn, you will resign or what? Of course not. You have to know what is the system. But we have different systems, typical systems, typical structures, typical plans. But how to act in defense with pawn down is not written. It's just practice of grandmasters. So these grandmasters know what to do. First of all, we must get counterplay. What is the counterplay? To try, if Black has open file, but idea of open file is to penetrate it to the 2nd or the 7th rank. Yes, to come Rook C2. Bishop is protecting it. So what to do? We have to exchange bishops. You see, it's logical, pure logical thinking process. Yes.
I would think a little bit different. I would say that okay, Rook endings, pawn up. I can draw it.
No, it is either true second, but most important stuff is
that's why I would exchange a bishop.
Rook. Yes, to the second rank. Yes,
Yes, when you have two rooks, but I think here if he
No, even with one rook. Okay,
yes.
c4, yes.
I think he can play, for example, rook c1, and he exchange the one pair of
Okay,
rooks.
one exchange, but another will come. Don't worry. These guys are like bugs.
Yes.
They are many. They are coming.
There was no yeah.
Here I think white has to play something like, for example, king f1.
Yes. And
Black plays rook c2 and rook d1, trying to exchange this double pawn to this pawn. Yes. Then rook a2. Rook d3 now is nothing. Is because you see, because rook controls second rank, simply b5, and black is waiting when what or h5, h4. You know, trying keeping white king in the, let's say, in the bad position. So white has to play probably rook d6. This, and now check. White kicks, black kicks rook king very far. Something like this. Check. This rook here and king g3. King is not very well placed on g3, and this is classical in game, modern in game. Generally, black has very good draw chances because this is one of the most typical in game in chess. 3 against 3 on one flank, plus one passed pawn on the other side, extra passed pawn. So A, B, C, D. So you see there are four different positions. Yes, I made a book, 3 books on rook and games, and one of them is the most typical rook and game position. We have to know how to play because they are appearing a lot. It is very typical. Yes, 3 against 3 and one on the side.
And one on the side, yeah.
Yes. So black has to trade. So we will see how it develop. Let's go further. Let's continue our travel.
Yes, our travel into the boards. So actually, all the games are interesting. There is no clear win in because there was the position was the exchange. Black were
David is always such player of such stuff. Look, here he sacrificed the pawn.
Wait, he already won. So
won which game? Which board? Yeah. This one.
No. This one. He won. He already finished.
Oh, great.
So one to go. 15 left.
So let us see Grandmaster play. Yeah.
Wait, I can switch off the engine because it went out automatically, and you can continue. Here you are.
Yeah. Okay. David was playing black. Yes. No.
Yeah,
white.
He played quite a lot of openings.
Yes, he played any different. He played even Caro-Kann, who is considered to be okay. White takes the simplest way of Bobby Fischer. He's not so naive. Bobby Fischer won famous game against Petrosyan. Yes, it is line. Yes. So e6. Yes. Knight f3. Now knight e5 is a threat of knight e5. I don't like it. Bishop d6. If he plays knight e5, just to know, then follows pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, and knight a5. Attacking. Every move is attack. No, it's modern chess. Yes, and then knight takes e5. Bishop b5, knight c6. It's not the end. Look, continue.
Wow.
Everything always pushing. It's modern chess. Push. Every move is
attack. Yeah.
Yes, attack. Don't give opponent possibility to think about his attack. Yeah.
Nice, very nice position.
Yes, but it's modern chess. I think that knight. Okay, I think that. Look, sorry, he is David is player of the. Okay, if white would play knight e5, I think David would have some. Okay, in the worst case, after knight e5, he could play queen c7. You know, it's the worst case. Now knight c6 is bishop f4. You see, knight g4. knight g4. It would be equal, you see. But don't take on e5. Just don't take a pawn, you know. Sometimes it's necessary to play very solid. Yes, so this it takes. Oh my god.
Can we castle there before?
Of course we could castle.
Yeah. Instead of
but White wanted to make some, you know, White wanted to win a pawn first materialistic.
Yes, but this is the poisonous pawn. It's not
just
so
a second. He had this position. If he would play this move, he would get probably something like queen c8.
Queen c8, check.
Knight d8, knight e5. Or knight e5. No, it's better knight e5 first. Make this pin, you know, double attack on g4, knight c6. Only move is rook b6. I don't believe this. This I don't believe. I must tell honestly. This I don't believe.
Wow.
I don't believe this. Because there is only one check. There is no mate. So White will take the rook.
Yes, and
They will ask who is next? Check in this. Yes. Can we attack somehow? I don't see. It's too long. Rook knight e4, but it's too long. Queen h3.
But very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's always, you know, you always have to enjoy attacks.
And you wish to have a knight on f4.
Yes, knight on f4. But you know, it's not okay. He played castle and then b4. Okay, White castle b4, rook b6, queen a4, and e5. Yes, always open. Yes, absolute correct strategy. You see, David sacrificed the pawn because White, if we go back here, so David could play, okay, knight e5, rook b6. Maybe it's the worst. Okay, queen a3 is a bit possible, but nobody likes to play such position because, you know, queen a3, ba3. Of course, White has extra pawn, but what a kind of extra pawn is this? It's invalid, yes?
Yeah, it's...
Yes, these pawns are not... They will produce nothing, you know, because...
And apart from that, even the c3 pawn is...
yes, it's weaker. It's correct.
Quite weak.
No, it's possible to play maybe knight b3 to start. Maybe this would be better. No, knight b3, bishop f3. No, it is classical sacrifice. Now rook b6, this, and then e5. And now be ready to do something because now b5 is e4. And problems. Pawn takes d3. Okay, maybe it's not such big deal. Terribly dead. It's not so deadly position, but you see now c3 pawn is under terrible attack. And then d3 pawn will be forever problem.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous passed pawn. Passed pawns are very dangerous. Yeah. Just a second, where we were here. Just a second, we were here. Yeah. This b4. Rook b6, queen a3. This e5 he must take probably. Yes, and now it's hanging. Yes, so bishop e2. Now knight f3. Now pawn has to take on g3. No, if knight takes, you see, knight takes. That is very unpleasant. This rook e8, which keeps. Maybe it is not deadly. No, now bishop f3 threat, queen e5. You know, king is not castle. You see, the worst thing is to have king in the center. It's a nightmare for every player. Nightmare to have king in the center, and opponent just will try to bishop f3, queen e5, rook e6. You see, all pieces suddenly come to the e5. So
and
very instructive.
Pieces are not put harmonically. They are not in
harmony.
So they
yes.
Each
Development. This he takes bishop h3. Now what to do? Long castle is very dangerous.
Long castle, yes.
Oh my God! See, now everything starts king b2, queen e5. Every move is attack. You see, bishop c4. Why bishop? It's double attack. Look, double
Yes.
attack on E2 and on C3.
Okay, maybe probably knight B1 instead of king B2.
But
Something
all
like
this
okay,
stuff,
it's
even
completely
knight B1 is not.
yes.
Knight B1. Sometimes you see there are some openers of the
Oh
center.
my gosh.
And if rook takes, queen takes, because
Yes,
his
I saw it,
pin
but
on C file. Yeah.
it's the position is collapsing, you know.
Is collapsing. White is everything is wrong. So you see, it means that it's not necessary to be to stick for materialistic punishment for materialistic play. You see, and knight c4. He wants to make rook c4. Okay, but rook c4. But queen e2 he will look because his intention was if rook takes on c4, then rook d8 mate. You see, knight e8 and mate. You see, it was last trick. But this trick does not work after simply queen e2 check. Yes. And now it's time to resolve. Knight d2, knight d5, rook e1, knight take, come on. Take. And he mates, It's a beautiful style, yeah.
Wow.
Just a second, why not this? Better was. Okay, if this, then he wins like this. Bishop take. First king a5, rook a3 check, king b4, and now double attack check and bishop d1. You see, bishop takes e2 check and everything fall down. Yeah. So you see, very instructive game, I must say, because first of all, it's necessary to think about development and about king. It's the rule number one. If you break the rule, a young player who played with white, he broke the rule. He tried to be materialistic, and he won this pawn. He kept it before instead of castling. Always castle. So let's go next.
Give me a second. Maybe he also finished another game. Let me check.
But game is instructive. David is playing instructive chess. I like it very much. And I hope that our public likes it because we have not just chess.
We have 2 wins and 3 draws. So
second win. Where is his second win?
Do you remember the game with the no, this is another game. This is the first game which we checked.
Yeah, we stopped here. Yes, I think. This game, yes.
Yes, with the bishop takes a7.
Yes, bishop takes a7, yes. He managed to draw it because he overlooked the pawn. a4, b3, no, rook a1. Play b3 simply, okay, rook a1. Now threat d4, for white is not useful to play d4. If white plays d4, then all pawns are on black squares, and how to win? Like can even play b5 and close the position. Took d4, okay, completely correct sacrifice. Rook c3, rook a6, f3. But black has very active rooks, and this game is easy draw. Yes.
Yes, I think it was too early to create a pass pawn on
yes,
a5.
Yes. Now black simply waits and enjoys. Says, guy, please, sir, try to win. Where is your plan? White can't do no chances. You see. If rook goes from a file, immediately rook a5. So a very nice defense. Once more. We study not just attacks. We have to see how a great player defended. He overlooked the pawn, and he made easy draw because he had good plan of, let's say, of creation of counterplay. He created great counterplay, and once more, rook and game is a pawn down. No problem. He will hold it, and it's nice game. Let's go to next game. Everything is instructive, and we enjoy it.
Yes, every game actually is a lesson. There is another one draw.
Correct, yes.
And that is how the children must also face each game.
I mean that how to analyze the game after, to study from the game, to see your mistake and to improvement, and what is improvement and why. And to remember these improvements, because these improvements are always part of general chess rules. Because when we make mistake and we see what was correct way, we improve our ability to play correctly. Yes, and we have to. If mistake is something not dangerous, not bad. If we will study on this mistake, then it will be great. We must make mistakes. Capablanca told, you must lose 1,000 games before you will become great master. And you will study. So it is game draw, yes?
Yes, this one is also a draw. 1,000, I think, is...
Yes, we have seen it. We have seen it. Just a second. It's a game. Just a second. We told, but the game was not easy. Yes. Yes. As we predicted. We predicted this position, remember?
Yes, I remember.
Yes.
The black rook was more active than the white one.
Yes. A1 check, yes. Now what was played? Just a second, what was this? And this rook b. And he offered a draw with white. Come on, no.
Why not?
No, white has real winning chances. It's not winning 100%, but winning chances. So continue to study. When you will make mistake, you didn't make any mistake yet with white. Try to see when you will make mistake, because when you will play this rook b8, b5, b6, b7, then you will see what is your mistake. How to play pawns on the king side, g4, h4. You know, it's very instructive in game, very typical. I must criticize this guy who made the draw.
But okay, I think if I see correctly the age, it's 2011, so it's a kid of 9 years old, and I think it was
9 years. Oh, but it's good, but still, don't make. You see, I would forbid.
I was very happy to make a draw.
To young players, to offer a draw. I would forbid. No offers, draw offers. Why draw offer? Play till to the end. What will be, draw will be. But try to play till to the end, to keep pressure, you know. I would forbid to players under I would say 12 and under 1,500 ratings to offer a draw. No draws. Till to the end, when both kings on the board.
Okay.
It could be very instructive. No offer draw. Don't think about it.
My first draw was when I was 18 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
No, because it's you must test everything. Try this. If it's work, but it's knowledge. It's knowledge. This knowledge is everything. So let's go to other games.
We'll have 2 more wins. Let us see the wins. I opened them both, so we can see them one after another.
David played white here, yes?
No, he's black again.
He's black here, yes. So e4, e5. David is Sicilian. Fighter for Najdorf. Okay, bishop e2, Scheveningen. David wants to play b5. Classical line. Oh, e3 is bad move, okay, but now black is very much okay. It's white has to play queen e2 and bishop f2, yeah. Queen e1. Now queen e1 is late plan. Rook e8, rook d1, bishop f8. Black prepares e5 somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
This one. Maybe he plays better than b3. b3. If he plays knight b3, then he will get knight b6 and knight comes to c4. Yeah. Black has simply good position. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see this. Knight e2. It gets it a bit. Knight c5. You see, now problem with this e pawn. Okay, he has to give bishop. Oh, come on. Just a second. Knight c5. Yeah. Queen d3. Knight c5. Now I have simple, maybe stupid question. If this Bishop takes.
You can change everything, I think.
If we change bishop, if queen takes, we take only 5. What with this move? I wanted to play this. With the idea if queen takes on b7, then to take on f6, because there is pin on g5, yeah? But we have to check, always attack, yes? Not capture, first attack. So, rook takes, yes, rook takes f4, maybe knight h5. Oh my god. Oh my god. Queen f3. Queen f3 here. No, not protecting. Bishop is not protecting. Bishop is attacked. And if bishop c8, then bishop takes.
Knight takes on, yeah, and
okay, queen takes, and black. Okay, black plays rook c8 with 2 extra pawns. Yeah. So, not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So played bishop c5, but if he gives up this bishop, means that he is in trouble. b4. Take. Now double attack on e4 attack and on. And even d5 is a threat. Pawn d5 and e4 double attack. And b2 attack. Yeah. So b3, d5, and knight e4 he played. Okay. Just a second. And, yes, this bishop takes, correct. What would be if he would play this? I have. If he plays this, attacking and pins, then d5, and bishop protects queen.
And also rook threatens c2.
Yes. So it does work. Okay, now it's if David.
What if he took also a bishop on f3 and then knight on e2 and have a double attack and take one of
where
take exchange? Yes, and after queen h4.
Yeah.
No, without this exchange.
Yes, you are right. No, I understand. I understand what you mean. You mean this?
I think they exchange and take.
I agree. To take all pawns and then to take one rook.
And then yes, exactly.
Yes, but you see, still it is just one. Okay, materially black is very good. Yes, because bishop takes, queen takes. What we count material? Yes.
c2 as well.
Yes. So black has rook and bishop and 2 pawns for the queen, but still it is fight. I mean, the d5 is more easier way.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably. Yeah. So he takes. Sorry, what is this? Just a second. This. Queen c6. Yeah. Black prepares d5, so. And then bishop is coming out. Yeah. Now protection and attack. You see, protecting against. Now it's easy. f6, h6. Oh no. It's enough. Okay, let's go to the next game.
Yes, that was not a good blunder.
Yeah. Okay, such Sicilian is always has to be played very, very precise, because in Queen's Gambit or in Nimzo Indian, Queen's Indian, let's say it's much easier to play. There is less tactics, more developments, safe center, but in Sicilian center is always can be changed, and it was like in this game. It was okay. Classical game, classical Sicilian strategy of David Navara. Very instructive for white player. He must study it, how David played it, and not to come into such positions, because black got very easy play. Classical Sicilian.
So that's a very good advice for the young participants and opponents of David, to study all those games, that they are very instructive. and very constructive. So why not?
Yes, because as was more, I want to repeat, we have to use every game played to study something. To say, aha, I lost today, but I studied this and this. And then, you know, player knows that he's better after the game. He understood something differently and better. Next game.
That's the next game that he won.
Yes, it is this game. Just a second. Yes. Oh, it is. No, it's different. It's three. It's special system. Telling honestly, I would play a4. I don't like such strategies because a4 I would play. Always stop. You know, the always best strategy is what opponents wants. He wants this, you say no. He wants this, you say no. He wants this, no. He will become crazy if you always say no. It's such negative strategy, you know.
You play to stop the plan of your opponent.
Yes, and then immediately at all plans of your opponent, then he becomes crazy. If you stop one plan, okay, he will invent another. But you stop all plans, he becomes crazy. Okay, so he didn't play. Yes, I don't like such moves. I must tell immediately. Okay, player played bishop e3, a4. You see, you see, immediately allowed in the center. If black plays in Sicilian d5, it's old rule. I was taught when I was small kid by my trainers. He told trainer teach if opponent plays in Sicilian d5, then means that immediately his position is better. It's dream of black in Sicilian to play d5. If black plays d5, they say, okay, come on,
He's the king of the board.
Yes, I'm king on the board. Yes, it's rule of the Sicilian. So what I told that this bishop e3 was wrong. Oh, a3. Okay, David wants to destroy everything. Oh, he wants even.
Wow.
Instead of okay, he could play, take on a3 and rook even queen a5, but he plays inventive. These are very good examples. Just a second. Is it true? No, it's always necessary everything to check, even master. No.
Is actually the only move. I don't know if there is a queen takes d1.
Oh, queen d4, queen d8 is a move. Look, queen d8.
Oh, what about queen b3?
Queen b3.
Yeah, the bishop is hanging, like in the attack, the Sicilian attack. When you have that.
He will play knight a2 check.
Ah, yeah. Well, I blundered. Okay.
No, it's necessary to take it. Just a second. Check. Knight c3. I always had such idea. Take.
No, wait, you misclicked.
No, I misclicked. Yes. Queen d8. King d8. And knight c2. No, knight c2.
Yeah, knight c2. He must.
He must play bishop a5. No, bishop a5 because knight a2 is bad.
Yes, you just take and
it is pin. Yes, and it is pin on a file. Yeah. So bishop a5. You know, even before is big life. This and okay.
No. There is bishop takes bishop on b6.
No, I mean bishop c7. Sorry, once more, my mouse is not jumping. Bishop c7. I mean, of course, bishop c7. Okay, and then something like bishop c4 here.
Nice.
Equal pawns. What's the problem? Black king is worse. Okay. White develops. You know, it's great position. So the David was playing a bit risky because but bc3 move is wrong. Absolutely wrong. See, bc3 and now it's easy job. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
one exchange, simple exchange, and a threat even something. No problem. Okay, it's not interesting to see anymore. But player directed wrongly in the critical moment. It's wrong reaction. Position would be still playable after queen d8 and very much playable. Let's go
it's
to other games.
to calculate in such situations.
Calculate few moves, yes. Calculate properly. Don't hurry. And see options, yes.
I think there is another one. Yes, with Lady Agaiva, we also saw that game. It is finished as a draw.
It's a draw. Let's see how player okay, sorry.
But actually, the opponents proposing are suggesting the draw, and David accepts. Oh, we left it on knight a4.
Yes.
Do you remember? It's that.
Yes, of course. We left it on knight e4. This bishop was on d6. Yes, this. Take. This.
Oh.
Oof.
How did they draw that?
Take. Knight g4. Knight g4. You see, and now, but now the threat is not big. He must take. Knight e3 does not time. So rook takes d4. 2 pawns still. It's not so easy stuff.
Oh.
Okay, knight c3 back. Okay. Knight g2, king g2. So now what is the task? Task is to control e-file and to change rooks. To win the game was necessary to play rook b2 and then rook d7. And then there are good winning chances here for white. Not easy still because black has still 2 pawns, but these 2 pawns are not very strong on the king side because one of them is doubled. So it's not big deal. But how he started to play, you see, once more, it's the instructive wrong realization. Yes, he started to jump. It's not necessary to jump, it's necessary to exchange pieces.
Yeah, but still, this is a playable position. I cannot understand why.
Yes, okay. This is still chances to. Okay, why black plays rook e5, for example, or rook e1 even, or rook e5, and very difficult to exploit. Maybe but a4, b4 is, I'm not sure. White has chances, but it's necessary to coordinate pieces. You know how, what to do, to attack, to come to the 7th rank. Yes, so in this point of view, knight d5 is wrong.
Yes, knight d5 has no sense. There is no plan for the knight.
No plan, yes. Knight is doing nothing, staying just as ballerina on d5. Yes.
Like a side
just in the air, yes.
Yes.
So rook e2, exchange rooks, put king into the center, then attack this pawn on the queen side, yeah. So it was planned, general plan, but of course, after a few moves, you will see more precise plan, yeah. But once more, it's necessary to try to play till to the end. Try study, make mistake. Don't be afraid. Make mistake. If you know, of course, it's pity for a young player to lose such positions. They were afraid to lose such positions. But I think that chances to lose are not so big. So try to play more.
Yeah.
Till to the end, especially when you have some slight chances. You see what Bobby Fischer would say about it. Oh, Mammon. Bobby Fischer was always playing till to the end.
Till the end, yeah. Okay, I understand the previous position that we saw, which was also draw. White was a pawn up, but here it's
yes.
Let's see,
in rook and game, yes. Which rook and game we know. In rook and game we always have to, let's say, this extra pawn we have to study how to win, to practice. Nothing more.
Yeah,
so I will give this from trainers commission. I will give to this young guys reprimand for making draws with extra pawn. Never make draws with extra pawn.
Who knows?
Never. You try to study how to realize this extra pawn because the position was very typical. This is more difficult, of course, but still make a plan. Study what is the plan, winning plan, what you have to exchange, what you have to leave on the board. Yes. Which pieces you have to exchange, yeah?
Oh, 6 wins. So
So
which
what?
much else finished?
What? Let's see what is interesting. What is interesting? I think this one.
The second one. I don't think we saw the second one,
No,
right?
second one. Let's go to second one. Yeah. Second one we saw.
Okay.
It was Gambit.
You choose this one, so we can.
Yeah. Okay.
And somebody already analyzed. I guess the player.
The player. Yeah. Bishop d7. Player played with white. Yes.
David played with black. Probably there was some change. Maybe it was set like black colors for David, and that's why. If there was a misclick.
Oh. Oof. It's always a problem. Is it good move or is it bad move?
It depends on what's next.
Yeah, true. But white has not so many good moves, telling honestly. How to place bishop? Bishop cannot come to e3, it will be d4, bishop is playing this, and now f5. Let's see. Too risky strategy. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, he tries to open the king, but it's all the sacrifices are for nothing. Yeah. Bishop a6 and knight g6.
Why so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. White was too much, not aggressive, just a bit. I would say,
Optimist.
let's say, without any fear, just jumped on the grandmaster. Such attacks don't work. Don't work. Forget it. Forget it. It never works. And don't do such attacks. Do more better prepared attack. Attack must be prepared. Because white jumped out of nothing.
Material to attack. For example, just pushed pushed the pawns and then sacrificed the rook without any, let's say, compensation on the position.
Yes,
or
without any compensation. Yes, he sacrificed exchange and 2 pawns.
Too much optimism.
Yeah, too much optimism. Young guys, okay, once more. This is school. You do something once, and then don't do it second time. It's the rule. You can try once, but it's enough.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Wait, do you want to continue?
Yes, let's go to the second game, which we saw, which was Gambit.
Give me a second. I have all of
David Gambit, because David invented this Gambit. David invented.
There was probably a misclick because random is a click before black.
Yes. Yes, we saw this Gambit start. Yes. Yes, d3.
Here was your advice for knight h5.
Yes, knight g4. Oh, David immediately jumps.
Oh.
c6. Telling honestly, maybe even c5 is possible, then knight c6. I mean, to develop very fast, yes, and to stop whites and sacrifice another. This pawn is not important. He can play this, then he will take on c5. It's possible, but okay. He plays c6. I don't like this move, honestly. Okay, still black is a great position. Knight e6, attack on the pawn, queen d2, and e4. Yeah, now threat is terrible, bishop c4 and e3. Knight d6. Oh, overlooked. Cheap attack. Cheap.
Yep.
Very cheap.
Oh. That hurts.
Honestly, he can resign. Oh my God. Now he's doing anything what he... yeah. The right idea is to play, if he takes here, to play queen d4. You see, this battery. Now suddenly everything starts to work, yeah? And queen h8, queen g7, threatening mate. Incredible, yeah?
Incredible.
See, it's possible to make materialistic mistake, yes? But okay, he plays knight c5, take, and queen a5. Oh my God. 8. Okay, that, you know, white did not develop, and develop was strange, so it was necessary to be more let's say developing, thinking about development, not about materialism.
But this is a very impressive, let's say, position. It doesn't look like, you know, an outcome of a logical sequence of moves. It's like,
Yes.
if somebody asks you to reconstruct the position, I think it's not easy to do so.
Of course, of course, of course. So, okay,
Yeah.
but cool. What not to do? That grandmaster can sacrifice a pawn, develop pieces, and you have to know what to do in such situations. Try to give it up, this pawn, and to develop. Development. He did not develop well. Let's go to the next.
Give me please the mouse, and I will continue to the next. 8 wins. Okay, we cannot catch up with.
Yes, because, of course, because we tried to make some let's say comments on some interesting position, which position is interesting, looks interesting. Okay, this one. This one. Yes, because some funny.
I think we saw that one, but I'm not quite sure. Let me. Okay, you will show it to us.
No, this one. Yes.
Yeah, we saw that as with bishop before. Yes. So he actually made it. I think, yeah, we left it in the middle. So
yes, the middle, because it's you know, it was
it was +7 or something like that.
Yes, material advantage and everything was clear.
So let me. Here you are. Is the next one, which we didn't see.
Yes, it's interesting now because different opening. We have seen too much Sicilian. You would think, okay, there is no other.
So Sicilian, we saw Caro-Kann. Oh, okay, some
gambit.
Gambit variations.
Yes, it is Benoni.
And now, yeah.
Now Benoni, at least we have to see Benoni, classical development, this line. Oh, come on.
What is that?
Like, if you go for one plan, go for this plan. Don't change your plans. It's the once more very important stuff which every young player has to remember. You go for g3, go bishop g2, castle, knight c3, and so on and so on. Yes, I mean this. Sorry, knight c3, bishop g7. Go for the line. But if you want to go to variation e4, don't go with g3. You don't need g3.
Okay, what about yeah, bishop h3?
All typical stuff. All now players start to have let's say bad memories. Bishop g4, f3. No. What f3? If f3, then he plays bishop d7, and threat is h6. But if h5, then starts to jump. Yes. Oh. You see, Benoni, white has very bad development, yeah?
Okay, but white lost like 5 tempos here.
Yes, like 5 tempos because of white mixed variation.
5 to black.
This. Oh, he even lose 1 tempo here. Now f3 attack at least, but okay, this. Now he comes under the pin. Take, this. Okay, a6. Oh, why not a4? If opponent tries to know, this is program move in this Benoni business. Always, if opponent is playing this, okay, black would play probably something like queen d7, and next move would be b5, a5 maybe. But then, okay, black is very much, no, knight a4, maybe. No, knight a4 is never threatened.
Yeah, but still, I think black is better. And in, let's say, in the matters of development.
Yes, yes. Maybe not this more, maybe something more. Yes, white has problems with pawn h3, cannot castle. But okay, it was at least better stuff. Because if you don't play a4, castle d5, f4, rook e8, rook e1, c4, queen f3, b4. Okay, once more pin. You see, such pins are always dangerous and under development. And this pin allows knight d5. So David knows these patterns, and this it's very classical pattern, And grandmaster knows these patterns like There immediately he sees patterns. This pattern is winning. And the knight d5. Take. Queen take. Because bishop takes, pawn b2 is king. Now d5. You see, now he gets a lot of, oh my god. Rook c8. Maybe. For example, I like queen d7, rook d8, and then d pawn. But okay, it's matter of taste. Matter of taste. What David plays this, he wants to play c3 and d3.
Okay.
No, it's easy job.
Black plays with 3 rooks in this position.
Yes. So okay, instructive still game. Don't miss variations. Don't mix them. It's not a kitchen when you can mix.
It's not or fashion.
Yes.
Don't mix and match for a chess.
Yeah. Okay, I would not comment as there are young players that how you have to mix whiskey with some other stuff or gin, but it's different stories, So openings, don't mix openings. Play one line and go this line.
So let us see. Did we check this game? Because I cannot recall it.
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's okay. It's variation the queen a4. For 10 years, it was extremely popular against this. We say Nimzovich variation in Queen's Indian. This. Okay, its variation is very unclear. Yes, bishop. Pawn or bishop. There are 2 lines, theoretical line. Carlsen liked to play it very much with black. And Aronian, there were famous games. Both players played, yeah. Rook d1 and bishop f4. Queen c2. There is some move. Here always there is something like queen b5 sometimes. Sometimes it's queen b3. The problem is that black cannot play knight c6 as he will get something like knight e5,
Oh.
Something like this. It's no.
There are X-rays.
Yes. It's necessary to exchange queens, and black has still to prove that he will equalize. Black has to prove after queen b5 or queen b3. Queen c2 is loss of the tempo, generally, I would say. It doesn't work properly, yes. a3, e5, yeah. And you see very strong square on d4. Pawn takes, and now will be weakness on c5, rook c8, yeah. Bishop e4. He wants to win it directly. He wants to press white. Because b3 is not possible, you see, white has to complete development.
And it's not only, and the space for white is quite...
White cannot play a b3 because he will get something like queen b7 with problems, yes?
Oh.
Sorry.
Not a problem.
No, it's here, yes. No, here, queen a4, yes. Here, knight d2, yes, knight d2. He takes.
What did we go back? So queen here.
Yes. He takes. Knight here, queen c2, a4. White is completely. Now f5 was possible, very strong. Here is f5 is very strong. So any move is strong, but he sees a weakness. Yes. And now attacks, queen c6. And now d5. Let's see. Grandmaster makes these moves like, like this. Without development, you cannot play against Grandmaster. So, knight c4, if knight c4, he takes on c4. Queen d7, queen e2. So, his position for, I can't say for resignation. Okay, telling honestly for resignation. Yeah. Oh my God. What's with bishop? Now express is, double attack. You see, nice. You see, there are many ways of realization, but David used double attack. You see, he attacks on a2 and he attacks on c2. Okay, it's nice. And Grandmaster always will find the way to make instructional moves. Yes, and said how David's made.
And yes, and he played many moves like that,
Yes, yes, many double attacks. Grandmasters use a lot of double attacks. Everybody has to study double attacks. Bronstein used to say that chess game is a game of double attack. He means that at the end of the day, double attacks decides in most of the games. So
and I think it's the first chapter of all tactic maneuvers.
Yes, first chapter, most important chapter.
Is always the double attack. I think
yes.
it's the first thing that they.
First is, Smyslov used to say that there are 4 tactical elements important out of all other elements aerobic. It is first of all check, because check is tactics. Then second is a double attack. Third is pin. And fourth is unprotected piece. You see, here we can say it's unprotected piece either.
Yes.
You see, always unprotected tactics is based on these 4 elements. It's Smyslov's theory. I made some book recently on this Smyslov tactical theory. Okay, let's go for other games.
Let's see how David is doing, because he's so fast. There is only one. He already won 10 games and draw 5.
One playing. Let's see this game. Where is this game?
Let's see the one which is playing, I think.
This one?
It's and I think it's also without so it was a random coloring. Here David is white. There was no mistake.
David is white, yeah. Okay.
And they finished also this game. It's a draw.
The draw. It's a draw. This. Okay. Very logical. Black plays. David is white. Black plays very logical. Very good player, I must just say. David sacrificed the pawn.
He's a player from Armenia, so
yes, he does like to play bishop f3, bishop a3. I would dare to take the pawn, I would dare, personally, I would dare to take the pawn. I would ask David, what do you want? What do you want here? It would be, I would enjoy it, because he has to play knight b5 probably, queen b4. So what? Knight c7, rook c8. What is the problem for black? Knight d5, knight d4, taken, knight d4. Oh, no problems. I don't understand it. Go further. Always till to the end. Guy played bishop f5, b4, and now David starts to jump. You see, now black player regretted, of course. Knight takes, pawn takes, rook e1, queen d6, okay, queen c2, b6, rook e4. Not bad, he plays. Queen b2, queen g6. But black is solid position, yes. Yes, okay, he sacrificed, not sacrifice. And f4. Yes, black has no problems. Pawn is very, let's say, here I would try rook f. thinking honestly, rook f4. Different ideas. Maybe bishop g4 sacrifice, maybe queen f6, rook f8. Black has great position here, you see? You see, the David would have problems if black would play this, but he changes. I don't like it. You see, now he has problems. Okay, maybe not so big.
Give me a second. I will mute my mic because David actually finished.
Yes.
And maybe he can join us. Give me please a second.
Yeah.
You can continue analyzing the game. I will be.
Okay. It was played queen a5. But my c6. Okay, c6. What can I say? Black has some problem with f3 pawn. Will have for sure. Just a second. No. Sorry, it's queen c5. Yes. Queen c5. Just a second. Queen c5. Queen d6. You will look the pawn. Take. Oh no. This. e6. Okay, some threats appeared. Yes. c3 and b4. c3, rook d8. c4, e7. Overlook this stuff. Take. This. King f8. Rook f8, check. King e7. Rook c5. And this. And now black is winning. Oh no, not winning. Sorry. This is game. Oh no. I think that it's necessary to play h4. The rule is not to exchange pawns. Yes, so he took, but this is theoretically draw. Theoretical draw. Black gives a pawn and white keeps rook on e3 and on g3. It is very famous fortress. Yes, white made fortress. Yeah. Fortress. Yes. Okay. There is nothing. There is no point to play for win because this position is in every endgame book. Very famous position, which is let's say, which is known to be draw, and it's one of the very important defensive methods. You know, in these games, rook against queen to reach this position with pawn on f2, black pawn on g file. Not important where is this pawn, and this if pawn is on g, so black will never sacrifice queen for the rook. Yes, if pawn is on f file, black, I mean. It will be lost position, yeah, because black.
Give me a second. I'm back. Can we stop sharing for a moment so that we can invite David with us? Give me this, and he will join us as well.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Now we will have some minutes just to. To have David with us, and he can share also his emotions and how did he feel, because I called him right now and he says it was very, it was tougher than he thought.
Yes, that he expected.
Yeah, here he is. We will wait until he's set it up. Hello, David. How are you? Do you hear us? Wait, I will unmute you. Please join with you can unmute on the. Okay, perfect. We can.
Good afternoon. Добрий вечір. Адріану Богдановичу.
Добрий вечір, Давид.
Як справи? How are you?
Дякую. Пережили карантин.
Це добре.
So
Okay.
I don't understand, but I think that you say good evening to each other.
Yes. Как
How
дела?
are you? We have survived the quarantine. Yes, it's good. Okay, so I think it was tougher than I expected. There were only 16 boards, but okay, it was tough. I was playing very quickly, maybe even too quickly, but I had relatively little time, so I did not know how quickly should I play, and only towards the end I realized there was just one game left.
Okay,
it was very nice stuff, very instructive games, some of them. Even your instructive way you overlooked the pawn on a7, yeah?
On a7 in which game?
It was...
Wait, I will share the screen again because I stopped sharing the screen with the games. And
in the last game, Black was winning with h5, h4 instead of an exchange on.
Yes, exchange on g4.
Then,
yes, it is an instructive how to understand this rook and against the queen and games. Yeah.
I think you can both see the share screen.
I can. Sorry, I clicked elsewhere.
I can also give you remote, David, so you can. I think you are talking about this game, huh? Right?
Yes, I mean on move 49 or yes, h4 was winning for Black. Because when White puts his rook on e3, Black can sometimes transpose into a winning pawn endgame by sacrificing queen for rook and pawn on e3. And if White plays something else, he will end up in Zugzwang.
Yes,
I completely missed this rook takes f5. It was a very nice idea, and then White is lost. But what could I do?
Yeah, but okay, the game was very lively, was very, let's say, entertaining. Okay, mistakes, even I explained to the guy, to the public, mistakes are, let's say, educational. You can study from mistakes. You can understand what was wrong because you have to test. If you don't test, you can say theoretically, yes, it's everything. But when you see it, it's much better, let's say, lesson than if you don't see it, if you just talk about variation.
Yes, I have it. All right, but I cannot click on the moves here, so I'm sorry.
You can. You're controlling the screen. You can move.
Yes, really, I did not know. Sorry, you are right.
That is,
so,
you have control of the screen. You can put your arrows, Mr.
Yes, but it's extremely small, the screen. So okay, I will try. I mean, it was a tough game, and at some point I could probably draw, but sorry, it's moving without my attempts. I don't know what's happening with it. It's moving. Okay, so here I probably could have drawn somehow, but by changing on d5, maybe Black is a little bit better. I don't know, but I was playing for the win. But then it was tough. Sorry, this game is very small.
Tell me what you want, and I can fix that. Where do you want the mouse? And I will go to that.
I'm fine with the mouse. It's just extremely small, so it's hard to get it. Okay, here I missed this rook takes f5, and Black is winning because if I take, there is king f7, rook c8, king takes e7, and if I play king f1, the pawn goes away like this. No, there is king d1. I'm not sure. Maybe bishop a4 was the move.
Rook c4, David. If you play rook c4.
Sorry, I cannot click on it. It's moving somehow strangely. This seems to be. Oh no, there's check on c7. Okay, it seems to be winning somehow, but the point was that that here.
Rook c4.
I play rook c4.
Not king f1. If rook c4.
Bishop f7, it's over. Oh, there's rook e4.
Then check on c7, king d6, yes.
Yes, I missed rook e4 here, actually, but I'm afraid that Black is winning anyway by limiting White's king, but I would need some time to calculate this.
Yes, king is coming too fast.
Yes, so probably bishop c4 and h4, but I don't know in which order.
Oh, I think king c5 is winning.
there might be some funny stalemate motives, but they should not work. And if white plays h4 instead, he loses one tempo, and he should lose this position. I'm afraid.
I think you can win bishop. Bishop e2, bishop d1.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. I will put this on. I can already hear you, probably.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean that bishop e2, bishop d1 was not logical. Maybe it was possible either.
Yes. Then king. Okay, king goes on d2.
Yes.
But not now. Sorry, I'm too chaotic because there are too many games. But I missed this, and then it's lost for white. Maybe we should switch to another game, but I'm unable to do that.
Well, tell me which one. Wait, I will take.
When this game, when it was bishop takes a7.
Bishop takes a7. Oh, I don't know which one was that.
Just a second, we will show. Mariana shows the.
Yes. Give me a second, please. Bishop takes b7.
a7.
What? Which one was that?
I think it was one of the first games.
Yes, the first game. No, a7. Yes.
White took bishop takes a7 in this game.
Yes.
Emre Erdal took on a7, but not me.
Its opponent took.
Yes.
No, but I mean that you overlooked bishop a7.
Yes, I overlooked it because normally such pawns are poisoned.
Yes, but you will play b6. I was discussing that how you will show technique winning such position when white plays for draw. It's clear that white plays.
No, he was not playing for a draw. There was just a fortress.
No. I mean this. Yes, it's true.
Okay. In the opening, he was playing for a draw, maybe. I don't know, but then I missed the point.
I think you mean this position, right?
Yes.
Yes.
If I recall correctly. So we thought with Mr. Michalczyszyn that probably maybe it was a misclick, but as you say, you just wanted to give a poisonous pawn. And No,
sorry. I just wanted to develop a piece because I haven't realized that the pawn was hanging. I mean, I had to play because I would prefer to play a classical simul when I don't know what to do. I can just go to the next board. But here, when I don't know what to do, I have to play something because my clock is running on all the other boards. So
yes,
what I was explaining to the public that how it's necessary to defend, that you showed practically how to defend this position, how to create with the pawn down draw way draw chances.
Okay, one should exchange bishops and keep rooks on the board, and then fix the opponent's rook by attacking a pawn which he has to protect with both rooks, so that he will be unable to make a progress. But I had to take into account that he could be able to give back the pawn, so I had to be careful, a little bit careful, because in a position like this, if I am not careful, and if I, for example, play rook d5, it might be a bit dangerous in some lines, because here it might be a big problem, I guess, because there will be rook c7, rook takes c6.
Yes, and pawn game will be lost. Rook a6, rook c6. Yeah.
Is it too? Okay, I'm not 100% sure. Yes, is it winning or not? Probably it's not. Okay, it's a draw anyway.
Draw, yes. King e8, king d7.
Yes, it's a draw.
F5 taking e7. Yeah.
Yes, king e5, king e8.
F5, king e8. Yes, f6, f5.
Yes, so maybe it doesn't matter here, but I want
it doesn't matter. But you see, all this stuff is very instructive. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It seems that is now in Simul, you not always you can produce instructive games, instructive positions, instructive moments. Better to say moments. Yes. And it's there are a few instructive moments in the games.
Sorry, I'm just sorry for the chaotic way how I treated the previous game. I'm just I mean, it was tough to play so many games, constantly switching from one to another. So it's hard to focus on some key moments. But there were some nice games, some interesting moments in many games.
I like your gambit.
Which one?
It was gambit, second game. Gambit. Remember this g5?
Yes, it's my idea.
Yes, I know. I told the public that it's Navara gambit,
I found it in 2005 during the Polish League, and I was only able to play it first in 2011, also at Polish League. But in the meantime, I published an article on it in 2010.
Yes, and I made myself article for we are making some book on the modern gambits, and I made article on, because nowadays is after 10 years there is some practice, you know, there is more material to consider.
Even Grandmaster Marezevich wrote an article on it, but I had written my own article already in 2010 before anyone played it.
Yes, you see, it's, you know, because it's your gambit, yes, but I mean that now there are much more games. It's possible to, you know, to add something to the article, you know. Always.
Yes, but I'm not that interested. I mean, Black has also many other normal moves, except for Black has many normal moves instead of
G5. Course. But this gambit idea is generally to, let's say, to make absolutely not standard position.
Yes, there are some funny lines. I know many of them.
Yeah, it's really no, but it's really something beautiful that in chess we don't have just stupid d4, d5, c4, c6, c d5, e d5. Yeah, that we have some positions in which we have, you know, no rules.
Yes. Okay, like Fischer random chess. But
yes,
there are
like
still some rules.
Somehow, yeah, correct.
There are still some rules, but they are hard to be described precisely.
Yes. Hard to formulate.
Yes.
And to see them. Yes, it's some practice. You need a lot of practice to start to feel these rules. First of all, you have to feel them. Then you can formulate this long story.
But this game was impressive, in fact.
Yes.
Okay, I was not aware of this kind of structure. And I think maybe it's the most impressive game of all, apart probably the one with the lady who also drew, and she played f5.
Was white or was black? Did she play?
You were black. And there was you took the pawn on c2. We can.
Could you please show the game? I will tell you something about it, but I just don't know what to do with such descriptions because I don't have. Yes, here I made a mistake. I just missed f5 at this position. Otherwise, I would have played queen b4 or something because.
Wait a second. It was the position here. From here, we were quite fascinating because there was a battle on the board for both sides.
Yes.
Yes, I can. I mean, I saw FG4, but I did not know it was so good here because I thought it would just be all right. I cannot play queen b6 because of not a. Can I? Oh, no. Queen b6 because of g5 probably. When d5 pawn is hanging in some lines. Is there a check on e2? No, it doesn't work. Sorry. So instead, I saw knight e6 and thought it would be more or less fine, but it's not. I mean, white is probably much better after something like maybe g5 and queen takes d5 or something. But I didn't see it. Okay, and then I was fine. I was happy with my position. I was fine, but I saw queen a5 also, as it shows now, but queen b4. No,
yes,
queen b4.
I commented queen b4 and then bishop b4.
No, sorry, queen b4, there's c3 and bc3 and f5 anyway. But I even saw queen a5 because white should not really take here in view of rook a d8 when the knight goes lost. But okay, I was not sure about something like c3, but it's much better for black. And now, on the contrary, I'm losing a piece. And I was close to lost in the final position, but when I was offered a draw, I agreed. Of course, I would have played rook e5, and there is some play on, but it's not a good position, really. Technically lost.
But still, realization is not so easy, but some chances, of course, good chances to realize. Yes.
In fact, it's not so easy to convert knight advantage with one pair of rooks and pawns just on one side.
Yes, I know. I played few games myself, David, against Sveshnikov, for example, rook and 2 games. I mean, knight against 2 pawns with 2 rooks is not so easy.
No, I mean even a knight and 2 pawns HG against rook and pawns FGH when the pawn is on F7 and I mean F7 G6 and say H6 H5, it's very hard to win. I mean, particularly if white has already played H2 H4, because then he cannot transpose into a pawn endgame, but it's a too complex topic.
Yes, complex. And in such positions, you can understand feelings that bishop is much better for such cases for endgame.
Okay, I mean, if it's a light square, the bishop, it's not easy either because there is a wrong corner H8.
Yeah,
so
wrong corner. Yeah.
It also requires some accuracy.
So interesting technical question. Anyhow,
Mr. Michalczyk was against draws in Simu games.
I told young players try to play till to the end. If you even lose, it will be school for you.
Yeah, but okay, that was quite good. Was there any game that made you that actually fascinated you more, that you liked it?
I think there was some, but I need some time to decide. Okay, the rook endgame was quite complex. I mean, this one, I probably missed a win somewhere, but of course, after the opening, I was winning at some point, being 2 points up, but then I did something wrong. Sorry. I just, sorry, here? No.
Take your time.
I mean, here black should be winning. I mean, some moves like rook b7 should be enough, but I just haven't realized that when I exchange the bishops, I cannot maintain both pawns. So after rook a8, I can actually, but I was afraid of some counterplay because it looks terribly passive. But actually, it was what I should have done, because I can play king f7 and either bring my king to c6 if white does nothing, and then trying to activate my rooks, bringing my king on b7. Or if white plays on the king side, I can sometimes consider playing something like king f7 and maybe even b5, b4. But I mean, it's complex. It's no longer so simple. Maybe if white opens the king side, I should switch my rooks to the king side, sacrificing this a7 pawn, but it's not clear actually. And what I played looked promising, but the problem is that white is able to collect the c5 pawn, and it's not easy. Oh, I can see what I should have done, but no. Does it work? Maybe king f8 or rook b8 immediately is probably the move. Something like that. Maybe king f8 in order to play rook b8 now, because I'm preventing white's pieces from getting activated. And the point is that in the game, if I do the same, I get check on c7 and rook a7, after which it should be drawn, I guess. Whereas here, the point is that I'm threatening a2, which should be winning. And if white plays this, I should play rook b3. And now white is unable to activate his pieces as far as I can see, which is not that clear. After rook c3, there might be rook c1 at some point, so need to play precisely. But there's no king c2 in view of rook b2 check when black is winning, because I have a2 now. And if white plays rook a2, I just bring my king closer to the pawn. And the problem is that white cannot move. So I just bring my king here and it should be winning. But I mean, it doesn't look natural at all, especially if my clock is running everywhere. So I played king f7. And now after king e1, first problem is that if I push a2, it's probably a draw. But no, sorry, a2, I don't know why should I push a2, but if I play like this, no, there is even g4 now, sorry. The problem is that if I push a2 in such a position, it's probably just a draw, which I was not sure about. Now h5, king c2, say king g5, goes here, take. Now white is probably not even forced to exchange rooks, but he can. It's a draw. Takes, and it's just by one tempo margin. Yes, I saw that. And okay, takes. And finally, white king goes to e6. So f8, queen d4, king e6 with a draw. So I calculated this line and I realized I had to do something else.
Impressive, yes, impressive calculation.
Yes, maybe I should have attacked the g3 pawn somehow, but I mean, it's no longer easy. And maybe in this position, another try was to play king e7, but I was afraid that white's queenside pawn could be dangerous in such a case. I was afraid of some moves like g4 at some point, but probably it doesn't work. Maybe it's winning for black. I mean, if white goes here, I will probably bring my king to b4 with serious winning chances, even though there are some traps. Even this is not clear because he has rook b1 check, or she, I don't know. And if I play king a4, there will probably be rook b6 now. Okay, I can, no, I cannot even play a2. I mean, it's complex. It looked close to winning, but it was probably not. So white defended very well then, and eventually it ended in a draw.
Yeah, but interesting. This is really, this game is really exciting and deep.
And there was one more. There was one more game, something like Queen's Indian, where I was much better with white. No, maybe I was not. I believed to be much better with white, but then I was lost completely because I missed something.
Variation with queen a4, yeah.
I missed this queen g4. Eventually, I regained a piece, and it ended in a draw. So it's this one. So after I finished the simul, one of my friends told me that I was winning in some very complex way. I cannot see a board now, sorry.
Yes, no loading. So in a minute or two, you will see that. Here it is.
Yes, I mean, after the opening, I was just better, but maybe this, okay, this e4 looked good, but okay, I know the idea of f4 here, but I mean, e4 looked natural, but I underestimated this. And now pushing e6 in some way looked logical to me, but probably it does not work that smoothly. I don't know. Take f4. Originally, I believed to have e6 here, but the problem is, sorry, the problem is that if I play e6, black takes, and after queen h5 check, plays something. I don't know if king d8 or king f8. I was calculating some lines like this, but probably black is just winning after some g6 or g5. I don't know. So I played queen h5, and now, okay, bishop e6. I understood black was fine here, but I just couldn't see anything better for myself. Black has two connected pawns for the exchange, and he's fine. But okay, black castled, and okay, I just missed that black's queen can go to g4 because I calculated this, king h7 and bishop h3, which is winning, because I give check on f5 and then another check on g4. So this is winning with mate on g7, but I just missed that there was bishop g2 and queen g4. And after the game, friends told me that there was queen h6 winning in some very complicated way, but I don't know how. Somehow I need to join the attack with the other pieces, with the remaining pieces, but I mean, it's not simple. After f5, for example. not simple for any side. Okay, and then I was completely lost, of course, but black was short of time. Okay, so
what do you think about the level of the players? Was it difficult? Was it?
Many of them were playing well. I mean, it was quite tough, and they are underrated, at least in rapid ratings, because many of them were playing really well, and it was not easy. And okay, some games were really tough, some were easier, but okay, it was not easy at all.
Have in mind that all of those kids and players during all this time of the quarantine, they play almost every day in rapid and bullets and blitz, and they are quite trained in answering very quickly, and that is why I was worried about your time pressure, but I think you did quite well. Actually, you taught us great lessons on board today. I was fascinated.
Sorry. Okay, thank you for a compliment. I mean, I'm used to playing quickly in simultaneous displays. I understand that sometimes it's connected with some losses, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just simultaneous display. I get relatively little time. I'm trying hard, of course, to play well, but somewhere I make some mistakes, some blunders, and okay, it's part of the game. I mean, it would be boring to play a simul where I would have much better conditions than the opponents and so on. So I find it interesting. Some games were really interesting, and I'm happy for this, but still a bit tired. But I am used to playing simuls with time control, and this is not the most extreme time control by far, so it's normal.
Yeah, it is necessary to be very fast. So it was great play. Some really great, let's say, instructive moments. So I think that players enjoyed and studied, and I enjoyed myself. So
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you for your attention. I will probably.
Yes, thank you, David. Thank you, David, for your play. All the best. It's the live chess. When the live chess will come.
Thank you. Дуже дякую. До побачення, Адриане Богдановичу.
Nasledano.
Thank you.
Yes,
Goodbye.
thank you all. Goodbye. Thank you, David. Thank you, Mr. Halchishin.
Thank you, Mariana. Thank you. All the best. Thank you very much.
Hopefully, we will see you on real boards quite soon.
Yes, I hope so. So have a nice evening. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.